I just found the Hyperliquid killer, and I'm also gonna give you guys 3 very tiny market cap meme coins on the show that can 100x. So if you want to know what the next Hyperliquid is, okay, the hype killer, stay tuned right until the end. This is gonna be a dense show with a ton of info, and I think this is going to be the show on YouTube with the most alpha ever delivered in the past 6 months. So pay very close attention. Let's get on to it. Alright guys, the very brand new and secret new Hyperliquid is called Aster. This was launched by CZ, this is owned by CZ. I'm going to explain the entire thesis right now, and I'm going to do it fast and precisely so that you can get in fast and you can get a very liquid 10x on this trade. Currently sitting at 760 mil market cap with a 3 billion FTV. I know what you're thinking, oh my gosh, 3 billion FTV. It doesn't matter, CZ owns all the tokens and it's actually at 700 million. Would you have faded Hyperliquid at 700 mil? Would you? I mean, you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't. You would have gotten a lot of money on that trade. So let's compare with something like PancakeSwap, okay? PancakeSwap went to a 40 billion market cap, and it's even now, after everything, it's still sitting at a 1 billion FTV, even now, almost a billion market cap. So you think Aster, which is this cycle's sort of PancakeSwap, but on steroids, because it's going to be the next Hyperliquid. You think it's not going to go a 30 to 40 billion market cap? That's the potential here when it comes to something like this. Let's go explore the entire thesis. CZ only tweets about 3 things: Bitcoin, his token BNB, which just crossed $1,000, okay, $1,000 per share, and now Aster, okay? He never posted anything else, okay? Only these 3. And this one is sitting at 700 mil market cap. This guy is the most important player in the industry, especially when we're talking about altcoins. So understand that his word, when he says something, it means more than when anyone else in this industry says something. So CZ just declared war on Hyperliquid. For the very first time, CZ has tweeted about a coin that isn't BNB, okay? Imagine and think about the weight of his word. If he is talking about Aster, he knows everything about it. He knows. You have to think about game theory, okay? All the game theory here is pointing out to amazing bullishness. He must own all the tokens, otherwise he wouldn't be promoting. And he probably knows that this thing is gonna pump. He probably knows that the technology on this is the absolute best out there, and he probably knows this thing can actually flip Hyperliquid. Otherwise, you would not be posting about it. So Aster, okay? This is the Aster logo. Aster is giving me generational foam here, okay? This one I think you can top blast right now. Below 0.5, it's basically free, I think. So Hyperliquid sitting at a 20 billion market cap, okay? A 58 billion FTV. Aster sitting at a 30 billion FTV. This is why I think this is the most obvious 10x I've ever seen, where you can actually enter with size with a 700 mil market cap. So 10x, it's going to be at 7 bill. I'm talking about a 10x, but I actually think this thing can 20, 30x, maybe even more, 40, maybe even a 50x. It's possible with a very deep liquidity here. So I think this is the first time since Hyperliquid and since Pump that we see a token that we can all position and win, and do it on a liquid project that has real technology behind it. Aster Liquidio, my friends. So at this moment, Aster feels like a no-brainer play. CZ is backing builders, real utility, and this may be the ace card that's going to ignite the next BNB season. BNB is at all-time highs. No one is talking about it. If we're going to look at Hyperliquid's track record, 1.2 billion annual revenue, 300 billion perpetuals volume in the last 30 days, 680 million TVL locked. And now let's compare it to something like Aster, okay? Just in a couple of months. 500 billion trading volume versus 300 billion. 400 million, but this is probably just all the trading volume done since launch, which is insane if you think about it. This is a brand new protocol. 400 million TVL locked, 50 million revenue generated, and it barely just started. So if Hype can hit billions, Aster has the runway to replicate and maybe even exceed, okay? Maybe even exceed Hyperliquid, okay? The gap here is massive. We have a huge gap. So this is the type of trade I like. The risk reward is insane, just like it was on Pump before they did a 3x. But this I think is even better because crypto is all about gambling, and perp, volume, and exchanges are the main feature of crypto. So risk reward here is insane. I think it's still super early. We're now at 0.4. Soon we're going to be at $1, then $5. I think $5 to $4. I think it's going to happen. I can see it. I'm very positive it will happen. So I think right now this is the easiest 10x on the market at 0.4. Hyperliquid perp volume is almost 3 billion. Aster volume 500 billion. Hyperliquid market cap 20 billion versus a 6 to 700 mil market cap on Aster. Do the math, okay? It's very simple. The thesis here is obvious. There's going to be stocks on Aster. Right now I think they have very little depth. They're very liquid, but there's going to be stocks with a ton of leverage where you can trade Tesla, etc. So more money for people to lose, for us to make on their stablecoin and on their incentives. Another thing that's very interesting here is invisible orders, visible advantage. So there's going to be dark pools here. This I think is one of the most interesting technical things that Aster has that these other ones don't. They're going to have ZK technology where you can enter with size and people are not going to be able to easily track that and not know, you know, who's the person longing $1 billion, who's longing 50 million with leverage, etc. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, these other competitors don't have this. Then there's also going to be buybacks. They will be announced soon. No one knows yet, but I would imagine addition, CZ wants the buybacks to be better. He wants everything to be better so that he can flip Hyperliquid essentially. There's also going to be a Binance listing. I mean, CZ is pushing this thing, and you don't think it's going to get listed on Binance? Everyone's going to be trading us. Okay, everyone's going to be talking about us. This is why I'm positioned, and I think you should too. And then there's also this post by my dear friend. You should follow him, 𝗘𝗫𝗧𝗡𝗘𝗥, okay, Coach Bruce, I call him. He about sums up all the main reasons why 𝗘𝗧𝗏 is going to win. This is just a sum up. You can read the entire post. It's very long, but here are the reasons. Very smart guy. You should be following. Okay, 90% of retail users pass through Binance. 𝗘𝗧𝗏 is going to be shielded everywhere. Hyperliquid can't match the BNB Binance CZ funnel. Okay, this is the top funnel in crypto. Control the funnel, control the traders. Okay, this I think is the most important part of why 𝗘𝗧𝗏 is going to do well. Even if the tech is inferior, it still wins because of the funnel. Okay, then there's going to be yield bearing margin with USDF. They already have their own stablecoin. Hyperliquid is like setting up this thing. They already have one. It's going to be native. It's going to be very similar to USD. There's going to be additional yield, and there will be better incentives because it's Binance. There's just going to be better incentives. There's just going to be better yield. Like no one can compete with them. And so 𝗘𝗧𝗏 pool depth is going to match Binance. Like the incentives are going to be there. Algos, market makers, retail is going to follow the incentives. They will follow the funnel. Everyone's going to end up on 𝗘𝗧𝗏 eventually. So perfect alignment as well because CZ and YZI Labs, which is basically CZ, is the only backer. And this is what you want. You want the guy that's the wealthiest person in crypto to be holding the entire thing and control it. And he's going to act as a benevolent whale. And that's exactly what you want. This is why this project can go extremely high and succeed over the long term. Essentially, Jeff, which is the Hyperliquid guy, is a nerd. CZ is a Machiavellian military strategist. This is one of the points that Coach Bruce makes because I think he was on Luna and Luna was attacked by people like CZ. It had a bunch of flaws and I think it was bound to fail eventually, but CZ saw the opening on FTX on Luna and he just killed them. So I would be scared now to be all in on Hyperliquid. If you have Hyperliquid, game theory wise, you have to have some 𝗘𝗧𝗏 as well. Okay, all these Hyperliquid whales, they will eventually all of them hedge at 𝗘𝗧𝗏 if they're not already doing it. Then if you look at Duna at some sats, trading volume 500 million, total TVL almost 500 million, almost 2 million users. Like what the fuck? I don't even care if these numbers are real or not. At the end of the day, everything I just said is what's important. You can check these numbers for yourself. You can check the entire asset thesis, check the price, and you'll see it's undervalued. And just like I was telling you guys about pump, I think this one is going to be a better trade. I actually think this one is going to be minimum a 10x. Now on to the next, we have Toshi. Toshi pumped a lot yesterday. Amazing pump. Now slightly correcting, but I think it's going to continue and we're probably going to go to a billion market cap. Momo is like slightly correcting. I think it can go down to like 8 to 6 mil market cap. Worst case scenario, 5 mil market cap, but that's what I'm seeing happening right now. And then the next resistance is going to be at 21 to 30 mil market cap. This is probably going to be the next place for some accumulation, just like we're seeing here. It did hit this bearish value gap, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Then we're going to go into that pocket, 30 to 21 mil market cap. And then there's this small tiny market cap. I did very little research on it. It's called Pumpy. It's very simple. BT was 30 mil market cap. Then the OG BT coin also went close to 30 mil market cap or 30 mil, I'm not sure. So essentially it was a 60 to 70 mil market cap thesis and meta. And so if Bitcoin as a mascot can go to 60 to 70 mil, what does pumped up funds a mascot can do? Can it do half? Can it go to 30 mil? Can it do 50 mil market cap? Can it do 20 mil market cap? Can it overcome the Bitcoin mascot narrative? Because everyone's talking about pumped up fund and it's the only thing really happening on Solana. It's pumped up fund plus Momo as well. So what does the pumped up fund mascot do? That's the question. I think it can do 20 to 30 mil easily. I mean, maximum potential wise. So right now I'm sitting at 500, 600K. I shared it at 300K on my private. So if you want better entries, join the private group. I mean, it's in the description, the link, you can join it. Yeah, I think this one could do well over the long term. I did very little research. I think there's some like whales holding a bunch of supply, but so far from what I've seen, they're not dumping, which is good. And yeah, I think this one can pump quite a lot. Bitcoin's looking good. Touch the liquidity at 118. CZ, like I said, pumping 𝗘𝗧𝗏. I think 𝗘𝗧𝗏 is going up quite a lot. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Any dips on 𝗘𝗧𝗏, scoop them. Even if BTC goes down, I think 𝗘𝗧𝗏 can outperform the market for the next month. See you guys tomorrow with more alpha. Bye bye.